This is my 14-month-old daughter. She's gotten the hang of walking, but she's still way off from understanding the mechanics of balancing on a bike, let alone riding one. Obviously, Daddy has high hopes that she'll one day shred bikes like a boss. This is my Santa Cruz Nomad V4. Absolutely love this bike, hands down the best bike I've owned so far. Climbs really well for 170 mil of travel and descends like a beast, and all the while being poppy and playful. 10 out of 10 dentists recommend it. I mean, what more do you want? This is the Santa Cruz website. Alright then, quality bicycles since 1994. Let's see. Bikes. We've got some 27.5s, 29-inch bikes, DH, freeride, trail, XC, e-bikes, gravel, dirt jump. Wait a minute, something's missing. There's no kids' bikes. So I got the kid a used 10-inch balance bike for like 20 euros. It's got a front wheel, it's got a rear wheel, it's got handlebars and little grippy grips, it's got the cutest little bike seat you've ever seen, but most importantly, it's got pretty much the lowest standover height of any balance bike that I could find. So here's the deal. Strider is a great company. They make really great kids bikes at reasonable prices, but I wanted a project, so I decided that my kids bike should match mine. I'm leaving the fork, bars, and seat stock with the Strider logos and all. The frame is getting a new paint job and a new set of custom decals and a Santa Cruz head tube badge. By the end of this little project, kiddo's gonna have a Santa Cruz themed Strider. Alright, so my building has a workshop in the basement, and it happens to have this nifty little carpenter's table here, which I'm sure is going to come in handy. So, first things first, we're going to need to strip all the decals off the frame and then get rid of the paint. So we got paint stripper and a trusty Swiss knife. Let's get to it. Next up, paint removal time. So I'm going to be using this brush on paint remover. So I just basically need to brush it onto the frame and wait a good half hour or so and see what happens. And hopefully it'll get most of the paint off. Otherwise it's elbow grease time, and I've got some sandpaper at the ready for that. We'll see how it goes. Let's put the camera on the tripod and get the painting. All right, about 45 minutes later, this is where we're at. The paint is coming off somewhat, but it's taking a while. So I don't know if I should maybe just do another coat of this paint remover. I'll try scraping some off, and then I'll see how it goes. So I'm debating whether I should maybe apply some motorized help in the form of a wire brush, or if I should just coat it with the paint remover one more time and hope for the best. Let's try the wire brush. So in spite of all my efforts, the paint's not going away, not anytime soon at least. So I'm just gonna hit the frame with one more coat of that paint remover. Hopefully that's gonna work. We'll see in about 45 minutes or so. Until then, I'm just gonna have to wait, but through the magic of video editing, you won't. So after about a half hour of sanding, this is where I'm at. I managed to get most of the stubborn paint off, although there's some left, at least where the welds are. But most of it's gone, and I think this is gonna be enough. I'm gonna be relying on several coats of paint, plus lacquer on top of that paint and the decals, so I think this should be fine. All right, let's get to painting.
Wear your mask, boys and girls. Store the coronavirus. Also, this isn't the most well-ventilated area, so yeah, it's a good idea to wear a mask.
It's looking pretty decent after the first coat. I mean, there are some minor issues with dust, but for the most part, it's looking pretty perfect. So this is the first time I'm seeing the decals over the new frame color, and I think that's looking pretty decent. I think it's gonna pop pretty well. A couple more coats, and we should be done. what's gonna happen now is I'm gonna put the decals on, and this is a clear vinyl decal, so that's gonna go there, and there's gonna be another one on the other side. Before doing that, I read somewhere that you need to scuff these up a little bit with a scuff pad or a very, very fine sandpaper, just so that the clear coat is going to stick better to them. So I'm going to give that a shot, and then wipe down the frame, get rid of all the oils from like my fingers and such, and then put the decals on. Just got to go around the entire sticker to make sure that there are no bubbles underneath and it's stuck down properly. And then hopefully the clear coat is going to fill in whatever grooves scuffing up this decal made. That is starting to look good. It's time for that clear coat. See what that's going to look like. All right, I'm done. I mean, I'm sure there are a few imperfections, and I can notice a few, but they're nothing serious and nothing that's going to be easily visible either. I really, really like the way the decals they pop. I mean, they don't stick out too much, but they pop just enough to make it look cool. Hopefully, kiddo's gonna love the bike, and yeah, it's gonna look super baller when we show up at like a BMX track with matching bikes. So this needs about 24 hours to cure properly, and I'm gonna head out somewhere where I'm not breathing these horrible fumes. I was itching to stick on the head tube badge, so that went on first. Just look at that, pure perfection. Next up, the headset. Super simple, low maintenance solution made up of 2 plastic bushings. Perfect. Hey, this is almost already looking like a bike. Next up, tightening the rear axle and slamming that seat as far down as it would go. And there we go, it's ready. That's a Santa Cruz Strider balance bike. Figuring out which leg to throw over the frame is still an issue, and Kiddo's not as brave when she's got to try and both balance and propel herself on her own, but she's getting there, one step at a time. Playing with the camera is still top priority though. If you like this content, you know what to do. Hit that like button, it really helps the channel. Share the video with someone who might want to mod their own kid's bike, and subscribe for more. Until then, keep it rubber side down.